It was a sad sight on Wednesday morning when the nation's capital awoke to find the iconic building of the Grand Turk courthouse ablaze. As spectators, including Premier Michael Missick, watched as flames tore through the structure, the fire service did their best to cope. In a telephone interview with Chief Fire Officer Chris Gannon today, he said that initial reports said the fire was discovered by a couple of ladies jogging by the courthouse at about 5 a.m. Fire crews arrived at the scene at 6 and it took them approximately 4 hours to put out the blaze.
Well, there were a number of firefighters. The on-duty crews at Grand Turk Airport responded, off-duty firefighters responded, and in fact some of our recently recruited probationary trainees also attended.
Early reports reaching Channel 4 allegedly said that the police, who were the first at the scene, found that the back door had been forced open. When asked whether or not he believed that this was a case of arson, Chief Gannon replied,
"The issue of whether the fire was deliberate or accidental is still under investigation. We've got 2 qualified fire investigation officers who are still looking at the scene, and I should be expecting a report from them in the next day or 2.
We also asked about the reports that said that the fire service had run out of water.
The fire service actually attended the scene in 3 fire trucks with a combined total of 5,000 gallons of water. From the reports I've had from the operational managers, the water supply was not a problem, unlike the previous fire we encountered in Overback, where the fire truck very quickly ran out of water. On this occasion, we'd made some changes and actually delivered 2 further fire trucks to Grand Turk in the last few weeks and provided training. So we were fortunate in some ways that we had a large volume of firefighting water available. Now, it was a very, very difficult situation for them because they are primarily aerodrome aviation firefighters, and they haven't had a great deal of exposure in the domestic side of firefighting.
Mr Gannon said that a substantial amount of damage was caused. A significant portion of the Magistrates' Court and the administration wing was lost, but the Supreme Court and the lobby adjacent to the Supreme Courts were unaffected. He reiterated that this was a very important tourist attraction for Grand Turk and that everyone in the fire service and the rest of the civil service were very upset by the damage.
It's important that we carefully look at the cause of this fire. I hope sincerely that this was not a deliberate act because, I'll substantiate the claims already made by the Premier. It's a sad thing when a building of legislative importance gets damaged. But in terms of the report itself, I would like to think that the initial inquiry evidence from the police and the fire service should be due with us sometime early part of next week.